Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
The 24-hour candlestick chart for Ripple price analysis shows price lowering towards 58-cent support, with major technical indicators supporting the decline. XRP showed positive momentum during the week with a 10% increment to take price above the crucial 25 and 50-day exponential moving averages at $0.616. This was a race during the day's trade, with trading volume lowering to push Ripple into the red zone. The relative strength index can be seen making higher lows, sitting below 35 to show weak market valuation for the token. The current downtrend will only end when the RSI starts to make higher highs. In comparison, the moving average convergence divergence remains above its neutral zone due to a bullish crossover that it managed yesterday. This may be encouraging to buyers to indicate that the price pullback may only be short-term. Conversely, the MACD could be providing a false bullish signal, and it's recommended to give XRP price more time before initiating further buying or selling. Now let's get back to our topic. Earlier this year, the blockchain company struck a deal with Hong Kong-based financial services firm Lianlan International, aimed at powering the latter's cross-border transactions between China, the US, and Europe. It's not clear whether Ripple's technology is being deployed by Lianlan yet. Blockchain, also known as distributed ledger, is the technology that underpins cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. It records transactions across multiple locations rather than one centralized server. Ripple's distributed ledger technology is different from Bitcoin's, however, as transactions are validated by a network of independent servers, owned by banks, retailers, and traders, rather than the miners that validate transactions on Bitcoin's public blockchain network. If it were to seek an entry into the Chinese market, Ripple's focus would unlikely be on advancing the adoption of cryptocurrency XRP, as Beijing has clamped down on the trading of virtual currencies. China last year banned initial coin offerings, a controversial means of financial technology startups raising funds through the sale of new digital tokens. Ripple currently has more than 100 financial institutions signed up to its network, including Santander, UniCredit, UBS, and Standard Chartered. But with just one Chinese client, the firm would have a long way to go before making waves in the country. China is home to a number of large fintech financial technology firms, with payment apps like Ant Financial's Alipay and Tencent's WeChat Pay proving popular with Chinese consumers. Elsewhere in Asia, Ripple has created an app called MoneyTap in Japan, in partnership with 61 domestic lenders. The app is designed to allow banks to settle round-the-clock payments in the country. Most banks and financial firms are uninterested in the cryptocurrency side of Ripple's offering, however. Ripple is mostly known for its digital token, which is used to essentially bridge payments from one currency to another. Instead, lenders have sealed deals with the startup to use its XRapid product, which is aimed at settling payments instantly around the world. Ripple's XRapid platform, meanwhile, where XRP is used, has seen interest from money transfer firms including MoneyGram and Western Union. Both uses of the cryptocurrency are in trial phase rather than commercial deployment. But there are fears the volatility of cryptocurrencies could inhibit XRP from seeing mainstream adoption with banks and other financial institutions. Now let's talk about the Ripple versus SEC case. Ripple and XRP holders given great sign from Judge Torres. Judge Annalisa Torres has granted in part and denied in part a request from Ripple and individual defendants to seal exhibits in their filing to crush the SEC's motion to strike the fair notice defense. In the ruling, the court ordered 3 documents to be unsealed: the notice of Brad Garlinghouse deposition in the SEC formal investigation, a Chris Larson email string, and a Brad Garlinghouse email. The judge also denied Ripple's request to seal legal memos provided to Chris Larson and briefing associated with those memos. Ripple's XRapid platform, meanwhile, where XRP is used, has seen interest from money transfer firms including MoneyGram and Western Union. Both uses of the cryptocurrency are in trial phase rather than commercial deployment. But there are fears the volatility of cryptocurrencies could inhibit XRP from seeing mainstream adoption with banks and other financial institutions. Now let's talk about the Ripple versus SEC case. Ripple and XRP holders given great sign from Judge Torres. Judge Annalisa Torres has granted in part and denied in part a request from Ripple and individual defendants to seal exhibits in their filing to crush the SEC's motion to strike the fair notice defense. In the ruling, the court ordered 3 documents to be unsealed: the notice of Brad Garlinghouse deposition in the SEC formal investigation, a Chris Larson email string, and a Brad Garlinghouse email. The judge also denied Ripple's request to seal legal memos provided to Chris Larson and briefing associated with those memos. As to Ripple's request to file reply to the SEC's motion to strike the fair notice defense, the court granted the defendant's wishes. The reply will be filed on the 9th of February 2022. The order demonstrates how the court sees the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, a case of public interest that deserves public access. This signals that the judge may frustrate the SEC's attempt to keep its documents away from Ripple and the public. Judge Torres favors public disclosure. Attorney Jeremy Hogan went to Twitter to share his view that the ruling is a sign that Annalisa Torres, the judge presiding over the case, will soon start to move the lawsuit forward. There's only one major takeaway from this order on the Ripple versus SEC case. Judge Torres is getting ready to take over. The next couple months will be very interesting with all the major rulings that are being teed up. John Deaton, the attorney for the XRP holders in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, said rulings for Judge Torres are a great sign for his clients. What these rulings clearly show is that Judge Torres favors public disclosure. Ripple can't seal certain documents, i.e. legal memos. Same applies to the SEC. Think ahead, we may ultimately get to see the 63 Hinman emails. The 63 Hinman emails mentioned in Deaton's tweet regard the deliberative privilege issue with the SEC. Judge Sarah Nutburn has recently ordered the production of Hinman's drafts and notes regarding his 2018 speech, which John Deaton called Ripple's biggest victory. The biggest victory for Ripple and XRP holders from Judge Nutburn's recent decision isn't necessarily the email with the draft version of the Hinman speech. The most significant victory could prove to be the notes from the meetings with third parties not associated with Ripple. Deaton further explained those third parties are very likely to be Ethereum's Joseph Lieben and executives from Consensus, who met with Hinman and others, as well as VC Working Group, a member of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. These notes are no doubt from the above meetings. Judge Nutburn ruled the SEC can still invoke attorney-client privilege regarding the personal notes memo by Valerie Szczepanik and others. But if the notes contain statements made by the people at the meetings, it's not privileged. In order to ascertain what happened in those meetings, whether XRP, Ether, and BTC were mentioned and or distinguished, John Deaton has decided XRP holders will be filing a new FOIA request based on Judge Nutburn's finding the meeting is not covered by DPP. In a somewhat surprising attempt to prevent the documents from being handed over to the SEC, the agency was able to be granted an extension to argue for the judge to reconsider her decision. The continued delays in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit could push the timeline to 2023, and attorney Jeremy Hogan shared a video where he questions if the SEC's delay tactics are a mere pressure play or if they're hiding something really bad that would end the lawsuit right away. Now that Judge Annalisa Torres is back in action, major rulings are expected to be made at a faster pace. If Hogan's suspicions prove to be true, if the court chooses to maintain its decision on the DPP matter, the lawsuit would end faster than expected, and XRP holdings would be unfrozen.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.